Hey everyone, my name is Danilo Petrovic.
I'm Ilya Marchenko.
I'm Denis Kudla.
I'm Evgeny Donskoy.
I'm Henry Laaksonen.
I'm Peter Torebko, and you're listening to the Game to Love podcast.
Hey, welcome back, tennis fans. It is another draw preview. We had the end of the City Open last night. Quite a dramatic finale, wasn't it? With Jannik Sinner picking up the trophy. Who is going to be the winner in Canada, though? We've got Toronto for the men's. We've got Montreal for the women's. So we've got a short little spell here on our lunch break just to get through it all.
Yeah, it's a highly anticipated draw preview, this one. We've had a lot of people asking, when are we going to be doing it? Who do we think's going to win? You'll find out now. I'm not going to give too much away. I think John Silk's already killed his idea and given it straight away, going Medvedev to win. So there's no suspense there. But we don't actually know who we're going to have winning until we get through the video. And like you say, we've got one on the women's as well, both in Canada, I'm pretty sure. So I'm looking forward to this one. I think it's going to be a good video. And let's start off in usual fashion, like we always do, the previous winners.
Indeed. Here are the previous winners. The reigning champion is Rafael Nadal. The last two times that the tournament was played, 2019 beating Daniel Medvedev, 6-3, 6-love. Bit of a spank in that.
Yep.
And Tsitsipas, he looks like he's just beating the next gen off, really, in the last two finals. And one before that, Zverev, beating Federer in the final. So...
it's a great event, this one. You always get the best players playing it. You can see there, it's basically always the big three, making every single final. When was the last time one of the members of the big three wasn't in the final?
Well, just Zverev,
have to go back
Tsonga.
to.
Yeah.
No, they've got Federer there in the final, though.
Oh, yeah, true.
That's what I'm saying. When have you seen the big three player not in the final here? Andy Murray. Juan Martin Del Potro 2009 is the last time you have to look back. And really, if you look at them two, you'd probably say they're as close as number 4 you can get.
Yeah.
Apart from that, we still keep going back. The big three still there. You have to go back to 2003. Andy Roddick, David Nalbandian. So we're going to be probably expecting some big guys in the final. Mistake me if I'm wrong, but it's only Rafa in this one, isn't it?
Yeah, only Rafa in this one. Daniel Medvedev, don't know if we can class him as one of the big ones yet. So it's going to be an exciting one. Obviously, we've got Medvedev at the top end. He's the top seed, and Rafa is the second seed in this tournament.
Yeah, and if you go back to the bottom, sorry, mate, we can see Rafael Nadal is going for, what is it, number 3 in a row. We didn't have it in 2020, but he's going for number 3 in the row and number 6.
Yeah.
He's won it more than anyone else this tournament.
Seems like it's his. This is his wheelhouse. He didn't get on too well in the City Open. I think they will be trying to get another, Canadian Open. I think this one's known as National Bank Open, the official name of this tournament.
Yeah, well, let's have a look at some of the qualifiers. I know we don't have too much time. I don't actually have them up, so I don't know if you do. Maybe we can just talk about them. It'll be interesting to see where the qualifiers are and whether or not they've been put into the draw yet. I'm just going to have a little look on the bracket league. And on the bracket league, if anyone wants to join, make sure to do it. You don't have long until it starts. I think it's starting very soon, the event. We've got some matches kicking off in a few hours. So get your brackets in as soon as possible. You can compete against me and Ben and everyone else in the GTL community. We've got a lot of people and we're going for number 1. We want to be the biggest league on the Bracket League website. Yeah. So make sure to join. The link is pinned. I don't think it's pinned in the live chat, actually, but it is in the description. So make sure to join that. It's completely free. Put your email address in and you can sign up. And qualifiers, who we got?
Qualifiers. We had Rusevori knocking out TFO in the final round of qualification. Tommy Paul beating Liam Brody. Nishioka knocking out Lopez. Duckworth knocking out Polanski. Barankis knocking out Gomez. And Braden Schnurr getting through and beating Galan Riveros. So there are qualifiers into the main draw. Some good players there.
Yep.
They could still test a few people. Obviously, Rusevori probably is the main one, jumps off the page there for me on the hard courts.
Yeah, agreed. And it's good to see that the qualifiers have been put into the draw on the website, so we know exactly where they are when we're doing the bracket. But let's get into things. I can announce the number 1 seed is going to be Daniil Medvedev, the Russian, right at the top of the draw. And at the bottom, we've got Rafael Nadal, the second seed. He's dropped down now to number 4 in the world. If he doesn't defend many points, he could be going to number 5. I know Zverev's pulled out of this event, but with Cincinnati around the corner, Zverev could pick up a few points because he lost, I think, first or second round against Andy Murray last time round. So he's not defending many points whatsoever. But let's get things going at the start. Indeed. And how do you see this one playing out?
Well, Medvedev will play the winner of Dan Evans and Bublik. This one's a bit of a tough one for me to pick. Neither of them are playing very well at the moment. They both, Dan Evans lost his last 2. Bublik's lost his last 3. I'd go Evans just based upon, I think if they're both playing badly, I think Evans has got a better all-round game.
Yeah. And this draw is stacked. There's got some really good players in it. To be expected in such a big event. I'm going to be going Evans as well. I'm going to be going Taylor Fritz to beat Duckworth.
Yep.
Sinner back in action, gets a bye in the first round. He's approaching, I think is he 15 in the world now with that win?
15th,
and he's approaching the top 10. I know it's been a big talking point on the podcast. How long is it going to take for Yannick Sinner to get inside the top 10? Is he going to be able to qualify for the race to Turin? I think so. I really do. And I think he's going to beat Taylor Fritz. I'm going to have Medvedev beating Evans. And then Medvedev, Sinner could beat him. I honestly believe that. It is an upset which could be on the cards if Sinner plays well. But I think I'm going to have to go with Medvedev just based off what we've seen here from last time round. And I think he's due a good event. He's not had many this year, and he's coming to that time where he's due one.
Yeah, you got to remember, obviously, just winning an event normally curses you in the first rounds of the next event. So I'm going to stick with that. I think you can get past someone like Fritz. I think that would still be tough, though. You could even go out to Fritz after winning the tournament.
Yeah, agreed.
So, we go.
Moving down, Alex de Minaur gets the bye. We've got Jensen Brooksby, the wild card, giving a wild card to the event. Fully deserved as well. Young player. I want to see him in these big tournaments because I know he can cause damage. And based off that, I think he's going to beat Bassasvili as well. I'll have Nishikori beating Kecmanovic. Now these are some tough ones.
Yes, Hubert Hurkacz versus Nishikori. All depends on if he serves well for me. If he does, I think he beats Nishikori. I'm going to go with a good serving performance. Brooksby, de Minaur, that's a real tough one to pick between. I'm actually going to go de Minaur. I'm not sure Brooksby's at that level yet. I think if de Minaur turns it on, he's a demon on the hard courts. And I think I'll have... it's tough. I'm going to have Hurkacz heading up the section.
Yeah, me too, mate. I'm going to go the same there. Moving down, Andrei Rublev. He's not been the same Rublev he was to expect, has he?
No.
Recently?
Yeah, I mean, after last year, he won 5 tournaments, and you sort of set the bar a bit high for yourself going forwards, and everyone was thinking Grand Slam is next for him. Hasn't really lived up to it this year, unfortunately for him. Hopefully the back end of 2021 will be better for Andrei Rublev. Now we're back on the hard courts again. Fabio Fognini or Jan-Lennard Struff. I'm actually going to go Struff to beat Fognini here.
Yeah, me too. Isner Fokina.
I'm going to go... Oh, that's a tough one. I'm actually going to go...
I'm going to go Fokina.
I'm going to go Isner then. Go on then.
Okay.
We'll go for a different one. Christian Garin versus John Isner.
I'm going to go Fokina again. I'm going to push Fokina through a few.
Wow.
It's a bit of a risk, but I do like Fokina. If he beats Isner, I think he can beat Garin as well. Garin is more of a clay quarter. I think Fokina is more versatile. So I'm going to go off that logic. I'll have Rublev beating Struff and then Rublev heading the section.
Yeah, I think we're both on the same page there. Struff will be a tough match, though, for Rublev. Gael Monfils, he gets a bye through. God, he's still getting those buys. He's the 11th seed.
Not for much longer, though. Not for much longer. Gael's going to have to drop off eventually. He's not winning anything.
And then we've got John Millman or Ricardas Barankis to meet him in the next round. I'm going to be going with John Millman on this one. Close, though.
Yep. Me too. I'm going to go Korda to beat Nishioka.
That's tough.
And then Korda Shapo, I'm going to let you pick first because remember, we're in Canada. In most other scenarios, I'd have Korda winning, but because we're in Canada, I'm going to have to go Shapo.
Yeah, I think you're right. I think I totally agree with you. I think Shapo could have a good run in this tournament. I think I have Millman to beat Monfils, Shapo to head the section.
Yeah, me too. So we've
Wow.
got pretty similar so
I
far.
know. Yeah.
Apart from my Fekina one.
Picking itself, really, for me at the minute.
Ramos, Vinolas, Cilic. I'm going to go Cilic all day, every day on the hard courts. I'll have Rusevori beating Lajovic.
Same. I agree.
Rusevori, Felix. How brave are you? I think I'm going to have to go for the Canadian.
Did they play each other recently, or is it someone similar? I
feel like they have, and Rusevori beat him. That's what I think in my head.
I know.
I don't think it actually happened.
I don't think so. I think Rusevori's been playing some other people of note. He beat Benoit Paire, beat Mackie,
yeah,
he beat Nori as well. So no, he hasn't played. He played Nakashima. I think Felix beats him though. In Canada, you've got to back the Canadians.
Well, you got Gene there going in the chat. Rusevori to beat Felix.
Wow,
could happen. It really could.
I like it though. I'm gonna go Cilic to beat Rude. I think. I don't know. That's a bit of a punt. I don't know. I quite like Cilic on the hard courts.
I'm actually going to go Rude, and I'm going to have Rude head in the section.
I'm going to have Felix head in the section.
Okay. It's a bit of a risk for me, but I do like Casper Ruud.
Lion is back. Aslan Karatsev, he gets a bye through the first round, and he'll play the winner of an interesting match. Nori Khachanov. That's a tough one to pick. I'm going to probably go Khachanov.
Yeah, you've lost it. I'm going Cam Norrie, definitely. Cam Norrie hardly loses, and you'd be crazy to go against him.
Olympic finalist.
Listen, I'm having Norrie knocking up Karatsev as well. Call me crazy, but now Norrie's so good right now. He really is. In fact, this is a really tough section. I'm looking at it now. You got Tsitsipas right at the bottom of it, for Humbert there as well. Sonego. This is, I think anyone could advance here. Any of them names could head the section, and they could go very far.
Well, I'm going to be having the matchup that we've seen a few times. Ugo Humbert to beat Sonego and to set up another match against Tsitsipas. I think he's beaten him on the last 2 occasions now that they've played.
Yeah.
And on hard court as well. Oh, can he make it 3 in a row? That's the question. I think I'm going to bottle it. I'm going to go with Tsitsipas get some revenge on Ugo Humbert now.
Yeah, me too. I'm going to go Tsitsipas. I'll have Norrie beating Karatsev and Tsitsipas head in the section.
Yeah, I think that Khachanov's going to beat Karatsev, if I'm honest. Sorry, I feel like we've just fallen off the bandwagon. Karatsev's not making it out of a round now.
Yeah, but it is tough. And he could actually, as crazy as it sounds, Karatsev could head the section and it wouldn't be that shocking because he's that good. I think Norrie could head the section. Loads of these. Sonego really could. Let's be honest. We're sort of skipping past Sonego like he's nobody. This is so tough to pick. This is actually one of the hardest bracket little sections that we've done in recent times.
Stacked.
And I think I've bottled it and just gone for Tsitsipas.
Yeah, but his luck has to turn around at some point for me. And we've seen him play well in Acapulco on hard courts earlier in the year. And he was in the final there. Yeah. I think it can happen again. He just needs to just get his confidence back. Schwartz, he's up against either Benoit Paire or Mackenzie McDonald. How do you see that one going?
Benoit Paire's out. I'm gonna go McDonald. He's just been amazing.
Paire's out. They just played recently, actually. I think it was last week, and Mackie beat him in 3. So I'll go with the same.
And then I'm gonna go McDonald to beat Schwartzman as well.
Wow. I'm not. I'm gonna go with Schwartzman. I'm gonna have Vasek Pospisil to beat Tommy Paul.
Yep, me too. And then I'm gonna have a gut beating Pospisil and a gut head in the section.
This is where I'm gonna go something a bit different. I'm gonna have Vasek Pospisil knocking out Batista Agut here.
Okay.
The Canadians at home. I think it's gonna help. And then I think Schwartzman's gonna head the section.
Okay. Yeah, fair enough. It can happen.
Section.
I think you've got all the seeds heading the section, right? The high seeds.
Not sure. I'll have a look when we go back through.
So this is a battle of the big servers. Nick Kyrgios versus Opelka.
Ooh.
And Kyrgios, well, we know he's in the Rafael Nadal section, so that we could see a Kyrgios Rafa in the 3rd round. Is it?
Yeah.
Which would be amazing if we are to see it. I'm hoping for. I'm going to go Nick Kyrgios to beat Opelka. We're going to have Harris beating Snur.
Yeah.
And then we get Rafa's revenge as well. Harris obviously knocking out Rafa in the City Open. Is it going to happen again, Ben?
I don't think so. I think Rafa, he's the 5-time champion here. I think that he means more business. He want to defend this title much more than he did the last one. Last one was sort of a warm-up tournament for him on the hard courts. I think he's back now. His feet aren't in pain, so that's a good sign.
Nice. Yeah, me too. I'm on the same wavelength with you as well. I'll have Rafa beating Harris. I'm then going to have Rafa Kyrgios. Go on. Dimitrov's not impressed me at all. Let's see Rafa Kyrgios yet again.
Yep.
I don't actually want to see that matchup because I think Kyrgios can really trouble him. And if Rafa's foot is not feeling great, then Kyrgios can just outpower him, I think. Like a bit like Jack Sock was doing at times. But then Kyrgios, he's not reliable either. He really isn't.
Look what
he's been suffering with a few injuries. Yeah, Cam Norrie destroyed him.
That's
so you'd expect Rafa to be able to, the real Nadal should do better than the Nottingham Nadal, you'd think.
You would think, wouldn't you? Yeah, I think that Nadal heads this section, surely.
I'm going to go for it regardless. I just want to see the Spanish matchup then. We've got Nadal, Agut in the quarters. But let's go to the top and start with the top quarterfinal. I believe we've got the same one. The Russian versus the Pole. Medvedev, Hurkacz. How do you see it going?
Well, a repeat of the Wimbledon matchup that we saw. Was it the quarterfinal? No, or semi-final? Can't remember.
Did you see that Wimbledon?
No. Yeah, it was. He knocked out Medvedev. Was it 4th round? Might have been 4th round.
Oh, right. Yeah, of course. Yeah.
Trying to remember.
Wimbledon, yeah,
I can't remember the exact round.
It was the one before Federer.
Yeah, that's it. It's the one before so 4th round then, because the quarterfinals was the Federer one. I'm going to have Medvedev beating Hurkacz, I think. I don't know. It's only over 3 sets, this one.
Yeah, Medvedev loves a good best-of-3 scenario.
Yeah.
Rublev, Shapo.
I'm actually going to go Shapo.
Yeah, me too. I'm going to go Shapo as well. I know I thought about it for a while, but I like Shapo. In Canada, he's going to have a lot of people supporting him, and I'm hoping he can do well.
Oh, Felix Tsitsipas. This is a real interesting one. I'm actually going to go Felix to beat Tsitsipas.
Yeah, mine kind of picks itself here because I've got Casper Ruud, Tsitsipas, and honestly, both of them, I'll be a bit surprised if they're there. And if they are, I think Tsitsipas beats him on the hard courts. On clay, it'll be closer, but I don't know. They're both good clay quarters now. But I think on the hard court, Tsitsipas has got a little bit more than Ruud. So that picks itself. I don't really want Tsitsipas to be that far, but it's kind of, like I said, it's picked itself.
Sort of has. I mean, we could see Karatsev in there. Who knows?
Yeah.
Moving down, I've got Schwartzman, Nadal. I think that sort of picks itself, really. I know that Schwartzman's troubled Nadal, but it's more on clay. Yeah. I'll be surprised if Schwartzman gets that far. I think I've been a bit brave there, putting Schwartzman that far in this one.
So me too. I'm going to have Nadal beating Agut. But that could be another banana skin. I think looking at this, though, Nadal's got actually a really tough draw. He's got the person who's just beaten him in the last tournament, potentially. He's then going to have Nick Kyrgios, not someone anyone wants to play. He's got a good record against a lot of the top players. You then got Batista Agut on my one, who, well, he's one of the trickiest players under the toughest players to play on tour. And he can beat anyone on his day when he's playing great. I've then got Tsitsipas. Do we need to even give him an introduction? I know he's not playing great recently. And then potentially a final against Medvedev or Shapo. So it's a tough draw for Rafa. One of the toughest I've seen in a while for him. He's going to have to win this the hard way.
Yeah. Medvedev, Shapo, that's the question. Pick your poison. And I think I'm going to pick my poison, and I'm going to go with Shapo beats Medvedev here in Canada.
I kind of expected you to do it. I'm going to go Medvedev, though. It's close, but I just think if Medvedev's got that far, for me, I'm more worried about Medvedev's sinner than I am about against Shapo. I think if he gets that far, he'll go all the way to the final. It's just the early rounds for me, Medvedev could slip up.
Yeah, for sure.
Even against Hurkacz, mate. Hurkacz could easily beat him again. He's beaten him at Wimbledon. Who says he doesn't win again?
It's possible. Going down to the other semi-final, I've got Felix versus Nadal. Who's it you have in your one?
Tsitsipas Nadal, but I'll have Nadal in the final for sure.
Yeah, I think I'm going to go.
That's probably an easier matchup than some of the ones he's got before.
there's part
No
of me that
disrespect
wants
to Tsitsipas, but he's going through a rough patch. He's not winning many matches. Obviously, that whole debate about should on-court coaching be a thing. He's not really looked the same since Roland Garros, if I'm honest.
there's part of me that wants to make it an all-Canadian final. I don't know what it is. There's part of me that thinks if Felix could he get to another final, it would just be against another Canadian. That would be
He'll definitely
something.
lose. If Felix is to get to the final, he'll lose to Chapo.
Don't say it. Don't
You got the
say it.
sports duo there, JG. Let's go, Mehdi. You've got some Mehdi fans in the house. Good to see. Gene as well. Come on, Mehdi.
We got Nadal. For me, Nadal Chapo then is the final.
Okay, which is they played earlier on this year, I believe. Might have been in Madrid on the clay courts, and Rafa beat him. But Chapo did very well. I think he took a set, and it was up a break at one point in the final set. He troubled him a lot. Can he trouble him on the hard courts in Canada?
It's a real tough one. It just depends. This tournament, like I don't know. Lloyd Harris might beat Rafa again. Who knows? It's a real tricky one to pick. I have no idea. All I can say is I hope the draw is kind. I think if Chapo gets past Rublev, if he gets past both these Russians, I think he could beat Nadal. I'm going to go Chapo for winning the whole thing.
Wow. That's very brave of you, man.
I
think you know which way I'm going to go. I'm going to go Rafael Nadal. I think he beat Medvedev in the last final they played here. He bageled him in the final set. It's going to be tough. It's going to be really tough because I believe Medvedev beat Rafa, didn't he, at the ATP finals not too long ago?
Yeah.
But I'm gonna stick with Rafa. I have to. It's just in my DNA at this point.
That's it, DNA. So neither of us have Medvedev as the winner. So that means he's guaranteed to be the winner then.
Yeah, well, a lot of people are backing Medvedev. I've seen it in the chat a few times. But it's dark horse time now, Ben. Let us know who's your dark horse pick. Let us know in the chat as well or in the comments section if you're not watching live. Who's your dark horse? It has to be an unseeded player for your dark horse. My main pick is going to be Rafa to win the whole thing. And Ben's got, who's you got?
Shapovalov. Yeah.
And your dark horse is?
My dark horse for the tournament is going to be, it'd have to be Ugo Humbert, I'm going to go with.
Okay. Any reason?
I don't know. I think if he gets past Tsitsipas, he could get on a little bit of a run. But I was either going to pick him or Kyrgios.
Okay. Yeah, mine's Cam Norrie, actually.
Ooh,
because
nice.
Personally, I've got a matchup in the third round against Tsitsipas. Could beat Tsitsipas. It might not even be. It could be Ugo Humbert there, if I'm honest. And if it is, I think Norrie has a real good shot of it. And then in my other thing, I've got Ruud. So we could have I could easily see Cam Norrie playing semi-final against Rafa. And for me, you've got to have a dark horse who goes far. And Cam Norrie could easily get to the semi-finals this year.
Khachanov?
No, I prefer Norrie. Norrie's my dark horse for sure.
All right, nice one. Okay, so we've got Humbert and Norrie. They are the dark horses.
Let's go to the chat. We've got Ratchet there. Sebastian Corda's the dark horse. We've got Sports Duo going for Kyrgios. Gene going for Rusevori. I like that one. That's a good one. Rupak, I don't know if you just said that one. That's Khachanov.
Okay.
And the WTA Statman going, Kyrgios will go far. Interesting.
Well, yeah, I know that we're a bit pushed for time, so let's move on to the women's quickly.
Yep.
I'm just going to bring up the past winners. 1 second. There it is. So, as you can see, the last winner on the women's side, Bianca Andreescu.
And just clarify, what's this tournament called? The exact name?
This one's in Montreal. It's just the Canadian Open in Montreal. I don't know the exact one, but I think they've got it wrong on the draw preview bracket. They've got Toronto and Montreal round the wrong way, so they've got the men's and the women's swapped.
Yeah, I noticed that.
Yeah, it's a bit weird. It confused me at first. Didn't know what was going on. But yes, it is in Montreal, this one.
And we had BV winning it last time, beating Serena in the final. Wasn't much of a final. Lasted about 10 minutes by the looks of it. Simona Halep's won it twice. Svitolina, Bencic, Radwanska, Serena Williams won it a few times. You got Sharapova making a final there. Martina Hingis making a final. Wozniacki, Kim Clijsters, Henin. There's some really awesome players in this one as well. Probably not many who we see now. There's no point going back. We're not going to see any of these ones, but let's see more recent times. Kvitova potentially could be in it. Bencic, obviously, on the high of winning the Olympics. She could be a real threat if she's in the draw. Svitolina, or Monfils, as she could be known. Could she do some damage? Is BB back? Let's find out in the draw.
I reckon we could see a new winner this year.
Yeah, agreed. New final altogether. I can confirm. I don't know if you want to do the qualifiers quickly.
Yes. Let's just do those quickly. 1 second. Just bring those up.
Because we've got a few qualifiers pitted up against each other here, I can see.
Okay. So, yeah, the first qualifier was Van Uytvanck, knocked out Niemeyer. Potapova knocked out Madlenovic. Martinkova knocked out Hercog. And Clara Burrell knocked out Heather Watson. Dodin knocked out Anne Lee. Surprised that one. Garcia knocked out Arn from the USA. Anisimova knocked out Rakimova. And Harriet Dart made it through. The GB knocked out McHale. So well done to her.
Bit of a surprise, that one, for sure.
Yeah, definitely a surprise.
We're going to have the number 1 seed as Arina Sabalenka. And the second seed's going to be that girl, BB, the former champion here in 2019. Andreescu's back at the bottom of the draw, number 2 seed. So let's start things off at the top. You got Yastrenska versus Sloane Stephens, the wild card. I'm actually going to go for Stephens.
Thought you might, because I'm going to go do the same. I think she's been playing well lately. I think we put a bit of respect on her name.
I'm going to have Badoza beating Golovic. I'll have Keys beating Marino. And then I'm going to go a bit wild like I always do. So you need to do it on the women's. I'm going to have Badoza beating Keys, Sabalenka beating Stephens. And I'm going to probably go Badoza ahead in the section.
Yeah, I don't know. I'm going to go Badoza to beat Golubic as well. I'll go with Keys as well. We got Marino in there. I remember her from some past draw previews. Keys Badoza's tough. I'll go Badoza. She had a good showing at the Olympics, didn't she? I'm going to have Sabalenka to beat Stephens. I think this could be her tournament. She's back on the hard courts again.
Mate, if anything on the recent women's tournaments we've seen, then the number 1 seed doesn't really get past the first few days.
It's tough. Yeah,
the first few seeds don't. And I think I'm going to base a lot of that on this. I'm just going to be a bit different on this one.
Okay.
To see how it goes. So next part of the section, we got Sakari Buskova.
I like
It's
Sakari.
a really tough match, but I'm going to go Sakari. I like her a lot. Putin-Seva, Kudermetova. I'm going to go Kudermetova.
I'm going to go Putin-Seva.
Risk versus Sestaya. I'll go Sestaya.
I'm going to go Risk on that one.
Okay.
And then Azarenka versus Risk in the next round. I'm going to have Azarenka.
Yeah, me too. I'll have Sakari beating Kudermetova, and then Sakari Azarenka. I'm probably going to go Sakari or Sakari.
Yeah, I think it's wise. I really like her. I'm going to go the same.
Okay.
Oh, your favorite, Pliskova. She's back again, playing the winner of Van Uytvanck and Donna Vekic. I'm going to go Vekic.
Okay, nice. I'm going to go Vekic. Actually, no, I'm going to go Van Uytvanck.
Okay.
I'm then going to go Martinkova to beat Anisimova. And I'll go Mukova to beat Dodin.
I'm going to have an upset. I'm going to have Dodin winning this one. She's obviously just beaten Anne Lee. That's no easy match. And I think she can continue. I'll have Dodin going through again. I'm going to have a qualifier going a little bit further now. And then I think I'll have Donna Vekic to knock out Pliskova. I'll have Vekic to head the section.
Okay. I'm going to have Mukova head in the section, beating Pliskova in the next round. So, Rybakina back in action against Samsonova. That's actually really tough. What's Samsonova been doing recently? Because I know she's on a great run of form.
She has been, bear with me.
During Wimbledon, she was playing great.
She hasn't played since Palermo. There's one tournament, a clay court, she played after Wimbledon. She obviously lost to Pliskova in Wimbledon.
Yeah.
And then she just played one clay court match. She hasn't played any hard court tennis since, I don't know when. Probably all the way back at the beginning. Yeah, Miami was the last time she played.
That doesn't fill me with confidence. And I'm going to go Rybakina based off that.
Yeah, I think so.
I'll have Saribas Tormo beating Zhao.
Same.
Ostapenko Siniakova.
Tough one, that.
I don't know. I'm going to go Siniakova, I think.
Ostapenko, that was our favourite to make the semis.
Yeah,
I think Siniakova, she's good on the hard court. She's been playing well recently as well. So give her a due. Muguruza, I like her more though. She's going to go through here. I have Rybakina Muguruza to meet.
Not me. I'm going to have Sorribes Tormo knocking out Rybakina. Setting up the all Spanish affair, and I'll have Muguruza ahead in the section.
That could happen. That really could happen. Yeah, I'm still going to go the same Muguruza to head the section though. Kvitova, she will play the winner of Tomjanovic or Ferro.
When did Kvitova win this? A few years back.
Yeah,
Good to see her back in. Ferro's more of a clay course, so I'm going to go Tomjanovic there.
Wise.
So's Podoroska, but
yeah,
I think she's quite versatile and she's a fighter. I really like Nadia, so I'm going to push her through.
I'm not sure where to go with this one. I mean, I think she can do it. I think Lynette keeps on throwing up like interesting results here and there and catches me out on a lot of these previews. It's annoying. Is she going to do it again? Surely not. Podoroska, I'm going to try it. I'm going to go. Oh, this one's tough. Mertens, Georgie. Would you go Mertens? I think I'm trying to read your mind. I'm going to go.
I feel like you're going to go Georgie. Yeah, I knew you was going to go Georgie, and I'm going to go Mertens.
That means Mertens wins.
Yeah, if I go Mertens, it means I push her really far. So I'm going to have her actually head in the section, beating Kvitova.
I'm going to have Georgie winning that one. I'm going to have Tomjanovic knocking out Kvitova.
Okay. And
then Georgie heading the section. And it's a bit of a punt, this. It's gone a bit weird, this little bracket. So what happened there? Happen.
Are you going to go back a bit more normal now, though? Because Coco Gauff's back in action.
Oh, Sevastova, though. That's not an easy match, but I don't think we can go against the future of tennis, can we?
Yeah, she'd be good on the hard courts as well, out in Canada. Fancy her to do well here. I'll have Potapova beating Shelby Rogers.
You'll be interested to know that she's played Sevastova 3 times and lost every single time in 3 sets.
Okay. Yeah, I'm not actually that shocked, if I'm honest. But I think Coco Gauff's turned a corner. She didn't look too bad recently. Wimbledon, she did okay. She's getting better and better. The serve's looking a lot more stronger now, and I think the serve's going to help her get through Sevastova.
Records are there to be broken as well. I'm going to have Shelby Rogers beating Potapova, set up an All-American affair. Zhang has been looking good recently. He's up against Joe Conter.
I think Zhang beats her.
I'm feeling similar. I think the same. I'm going to go Zhang as well.
Yeah.
Sorry, Joe.
Yeah, really am sorry. I'm going to have Coco Gauff's Svitolina here.
Yeah, same.
And I don't know.
I'm going to go
really not sure
to go through.
Yeah, I knew you was going to. I'll go Gauff then. But
go on then.
I was hoping you went Gauff, so I'd have gone Svitolina.
All right. No worries. Well, it's just one of those ones. I think Gauff could do it, but she's lost to Sevastova the last 3 times, so she might even get past that one. Got to be a little bit strategic with these. Halep's back. Finally, we get to see Simona Halep back on the court. She gets a bye. She'll be playing Danielle Collins, who just won a tournament in San Jose yesterday, or early hours of this morning if you're in the UK. She'll be playing against Teichmann. Is the curse going to strike, though? I think it might.
I'm going to go Collins. But it doesn't mean much because I'm going to have Halep beating Collins. I'll have Pegula beating Kontaveit, Pavlyuchenkova beating Garcia, and then Pegula to beat Pavlyuchenkova and Halep heading the section.
Real tough.
Going big on Halep.
Yeah, I think
she's so good, man. She's just class.
She is class. Pavlyuchenkova's had a great year. I think Halep versus Pavlyuchenkova. Halep heads the section.
Okay.
Ons Jabeur. It's her. She's back. She's against Clara Burrell.
How's it go after that?
And we're talking about Ons
Jabeur. Yeah, for sure, mate. I'm pushing Ons Jabeur up. I need to see the button for sure. So I'll have her beating Clara Burrell, another player I really like who's got through the qualifying. Very happy with that she was able to do that. I think she beat someone quite good in the qualification as well.
Heather Watson.
Is it? Heather Watson. Yep. Oh, not that great, but she's still pretty challenging. I think Heather Watson was up 4-1 at the start. I remember watching a little bit of it. So Clara Burrell fought back, young girl on tour who's really good. Could trouble Jabeur. but I just love Jabeur and I want to see the button. I'll have Kasatkina to beat Martic. Harriet Dart is a bit of a shock getting through the qualification. She was a big underdog to do it. She can be quite good sometimes, Harriet Dart, but Fernandez in Canada, it's got to be, isn't it?
Sets up an all-Canadian affair with...
Yeah, I think a lot of the Canadians, especially from Match Point Canada, will be quite disappointed, really, because Fernandez and Andreescu early doors, it's a bit sad. Yeah, we're going to lose one so early.
Yeah, it is sad. I'm going to be going Jabeur to go through. I'm going to have Andreescu going through. Then you've got the big decision. Ons Jabeur or Bianca Andreescu? And I'll be going for Ons Jabeur.
Yeah, me too. I'm gonna. It probably surprises you a little bit. I know Andreescu won this last time round, but she's just not been the same level at all. Whether she's just going to pull it out here, it could happen. She could even withdraw. She seems to withdraw from all the events recently. Suffering with a lot of injuries. She's just not the same. Ons Jabeur, on the other hand, she's performed the best I've ever seen her recently. She's looked amazing. So I'm going to have Ons Jabeur beating Andreescu. And setting up a good match up against Halep there.
Indeed.
Up to the top.
Maria Sakkari and Sabalenka as the first. Is this quarterfinal?
Yep.
I believe so. I'm going to have Maria Sakkari knocking out Aryna Sabalenka here.
Yeah, well, I don't even have Sabalenka there. I've got Badoza versus Sakkari.
Ooh, it's tougher for me. I don't know
why.
That
is tough because that's like 50-50. But I'm going to go Sakkari as well.
Ooh, nice.
Moving down Mukova, Muguruza, that picks itself. I don't even know why I've got Mukova there personally, so I'm going to go Muguruza.
Yeah, same. I think we're going to both have this. We're going to have very, very similar top half, bottom half. Georgie Svitolina. So this is completely different on your side.
Yeah, I've got Mertens Gauff.
I'm going to go Svitolina. I think.
I'm going to go Elise Mertens.
Nice. And then I've got Halep and Jabeur.
Yeah, me too.
I think I'm going to go Halep.
I'm going to go Jabeur.
The button's got him again.
It's a bit crazy, but I like a bit of Ons Jabeur. And that sets it up a really interesting matchup here. So at the top, I've got Sakkari Muguruza. I'm actually going to put Muguruza into the final.
I'm actually having Sakkari into the final.
Okay, so we've got a different final for sure then. Because at the bottom, I've got Ons Jabeur Mertens. You have none of them. I'm going to put Ons Jabeur in the final. So I'm going to see a repeat. I believe that was the Wimbledon matchup, wasn't it? Ons Jabeur Muguruza.
Yeah, I think so.
It was a great match. Really good. So if we get that as a final, that will be amazing. I'd love to see it.
Yeah, I'm going to be going Simona Halep into the final to face Maria Sakkari.
Okay. How do you see it go in the final?
I'm going Maria Sakkari to win the whole thing.
So Maria Sakkari wins your whole thing, beating who in the final?
Simona Halep.
That's mad. Well, I'm going to have Jabeur Muguruza. I actually don't know, personally. I don't actually know. It's a toss-up.
Go with your heart.
You want me to go Jabeur, don't you?
If we get to see the button, yeah. Definitely want to see
it. Go on then. I'll go for Ons Jabeur. Why not? I'll have Ons Jabeur winning the whole thing, beating Muguruza in the final. I'd love to see it. Let's see. Can Ons Jabeur win in Canada? I'm hoping so. And let us know in the live chat who you have winning the whole thing. Let's see here. We've got RS going for a Svitolina Halep semi-final. Gene's got Halep Muguruza final. Some of the old stayers there making it. Dark horse time. Who you got?
There's no need to. I won't take your one because I know who yours one's going to be. So I won't. I'll try and avoid that one.
Who's my one?
Probably Badoza. It's not seeded.
Yeah.
I'll probably go with Georgie then. She's the unseeded person I've got going farthest. So.
Yeah, that's the same logic with my Badoza, and she could beat Sakkari. She could go very far. She could win the whole thing. I really like her. She's a great young Spanish player, exciting. And I think she could go very far. She's going to be my dark horse, with my main pick being Ons Jabeur. Your main pick is?
My main pick, Sakkari.
Yep.
Second pick is, I can't believe it. We always do this and we just forget like 1 second after we've just said it. So I don't know why we do this. Who did I just say?
Georgie, your dark horse.
Georgie, that's it. Yeah. literally, my mind's gone. But it was a bit of a heavy one last night. Sorry, we obviously had the end of the GTL Olympics finished last night. Well done to everyone who took part. We should probably give them all the people who missed it last night. We should probably give them the ceremony one more time. We said we would play it for everybody, just so that everybody is aware of all of the key contributors who got their medals last night. So I'll take
just quickly, mate, before you press it, one thing I want to say is if you're enjoying the video, please leave a like on the video, hit the subscribe button if you're new. I think we've just passed 17K, which is great. If you haven't, though, subscribe. We'll be covering a lot of these matches we've just done and live watch-alongs. We're doing some roundup podcasts for them as well. But over to you, Ben. The ceremony. Shout out to all the top tippers during the Olympics. The Olympics is over. We've got another 3 years to wait until we go to Paris on the clay. Hopefully Rafa's there for that one. But for now, well done to the gold, silver and bronze medalists.
Indeed.
The GTL Olympics medal ceremony. Bronze medal position, Jordan, 94. In silver medal position, Dragon, 7. And in gold medal position, none other than the King Leon.
Oh, quite emotional.
It's just perfect. I just love it. I even love all the fireworks at the end. It was a great tournament. I did enjoy the Olympics. Probably the tennis wasn't even my favorite. I liked a lot more of the other events. Tennis always comes sort of second fiddle, but being a tennis channel, we had to cover it. Wasn't to be for Djokovic. Let's see how the Canadian Open goes, though. Can Rafa get number 3 in a row? Can Medvedev spoil the party? And the women's, I think, is very open. BB, if she's to do it, would be historic. I'd love to cover that final if she's able to get there. But I'm going to be rooting for Ons Jabeur.
Indeed, mate. I know that we don't say it often enough, but if there's anybody who is listening to us on Spotify, or if there's anybody who hasn't followed us on any of the actual audio platforms like Apple Podcasts or Spotify, please go on there. Give us like a 5-star ranking, a nice little review. It will help the channel grow because we never even push that side of the podcast when really that is essentially what we are, an audio podcast, but we're just mainly on YouTube.
You're more YouTubers than podcasters, I feel.
Yeah, I guess so.
Yeah, but anyway, we'll wrap it up there. We've got to get back to work. Shout out to everyone who watched us. If you haven't already, like the video, hit the subscribe button, and we'll see you very soon for more GTL content.
See you guys.